Hi everybody, I have Keeko. We're going to work on targeting the stick. She did like a semi. Maybe I should have done it just to kind of reinforce. Good girl. Uh-oh. Did you drop it? Did you get it? So Keeko really is a bird that prefers to train on top of her cage. She really doesn't like to be outside of it, and as you can see, this is not where her cage is, it's not where she's at, so she always is a little uncomfortable when I have her outside of her home. I think that's a socializing error I made. I should have, I would move her cage place to place from various locations, but I never forced her to be on different perches or different locations, so now she kind of has a preference to train, which is on top of the cage, so I'm kind of working through a variety of issues right now. So I would say to you, for anyone with a younger bird, try to make sure you train in a variety of situations, because you might not always have that training perch. I see a lot of people purchase training perches, and I've been using the same with her just because she is so flighty. And she's a pretty insecure bird, so I don't want to worry her when I'm training, so I am giving her the consistency of the same thing to train on each time. But I would say if you have a new bird who's young and you're still able to socialize, try to get as much socializing done in various locations. So I would train on the floor, I would train on tables, counters, top of cages, top of perches, on top of the couch, like just train them everywhere, so that if you need them to respond to a command, that they're used to doing it in a variety of situations. I'm also kind of co-training my little green cheek, and so with him I've done it in a variety of locations. I've kind of done it on the table, I've done it on here. That was maybe one I should have clicked on to reinforce her. But I do want her beak opening the whole way, so I don't want to lower my criteria. But I do want her to feel successful. Where are you going, Keeko? Where do you think you're going? You're thinking, I'm going to escape. Go back to my cage. Oh. So you can see she got very something. Made her a little worried there. She quickly changed her tone. So even though she's a flighty bird, she's a very sweet bird. She's never bit me once. Which I find that animals that are insecure tend to be the ones that are the most prone to biting. But she is the sweetest bird. All the way. That was a half. There we go. Good girl, Keeko. So on a bird like this, I think it's pretty realistic. I've tried to keep a very realistic approach to how bird training goes. It's not something that just occurs overnight. I find that, my dogs, I tend to be able to train a trick in like a day, maybe two if it's a very complex trick. But with birds, they're much harder to, especially because a lot of times we get them from rescues or from different backgrounds. We don't know where they're coming from. It's harder to gain their trust. Like, she's very unsure of the current situation, so she's not offering a behavior. A more confident bird who's not worried about his surroundings is going to be more inclined to care about the food and more inclined to offer you the behaviors you want. But she's definitely distracted. But I do think it's a very realistic approach to how long I have to wait in between to get the click, because she's uncertain and she's uncomfortable. I could take her to the top of her cage and probably train her a lot quicker. But I do want some personal growth. Like, I want her to get more comfortable and I want her to grow a little bit as a bird. And I still think that's possible just because I think she's about 6. So I don't want to say that just because they're a certain age you can't teach them new tricks. I think you can. You just have to have a lot of patience. As you can see, this one is taking quite a bit of patience. She's really not offering me a whole lot. She'll do it, but if you look, it's almost begrudgingly. Hi, Keeko. You want to do anything? Good girl. Good girl, Keeko. But this is a big improvement from when I first brought her out here to this to this perch that we have. She wouldn't even take food from my hand and eat it. She was too nervous to even eat. So the fact that she's able to even do this amount of training is pretty good. And I think that's been about 3 days since we started this process. So it's pretty impressive, I think, just in 3 days to make that much improvement. And I think the more I bring her out and the more she gets comfortable with this perch, with this location, because she's very much, she just likes her certain place. Whenever, if I move her crate from one room to another room, it doesn't matter where her bird cage, she'll go into that room wherever it is. She doesn't really care where it is. Yay. You're almost there. Can you give me a little bit more? Can you give me more? You're so close. Good. That was pretty good. So you can see with her, as soon as I click, because she is previously clicker trained, she immediately looks at my treat pan. I click and you can see her just staring at it. She's awaiting the treat. That's because she knows click and treat. She's well accustomed to that process. And I think this is a good one because I look at a lot of YouTube videos and it has the birds doing, they've already taught the trick obviously, and then they're kind of showing you after the fact. But and especially if it's a brand new bird, it doesn't always go as quickly as you. Oh, that was good, Keeko. Yay, Keeko. Good job. That's a good job, Keeko. Hey. Good job, Keeko. She couldn't get it quick enough. But I think it's kind of just, it can be frustrating when you see people and they're like, this is a trick, and then they like, this is how you do it, and it takes 3 seconds for each step. But unfortunately, it really doesn't work like that. On the weekends, I tend to pull them out 3 to 5 times until the bird tells me I've had enough, and I kind of just listen to the bird. I see how hungry they are. Once they hit a point of distraction, I call it quits. So the length just varies. She's getting more comfortable. You can see that I'm getting a little more rapid response from her. Look at that. When she was done eating, she was looking for the stick. I don't know if the angle that you're at, if you're able to catch that. Now she's looking right at you. What are you doing over there? Uh-oh. There's a few background noises. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Keeko. Where you going? Where you going? You do one more? Once we kind of, she seems a little thrown off. Let's see if we can end on a good note. Yay! Good job, Keeko. I think there was quite a bit of progression there at the end. You could see we had to wait out quite a few long ones. And then towards the end, almost immediately as I put the stick out. So I think one of my other birds behind her is kind of being a distraction. So she's like, hey, what's going on back there? So I'm going to end it now. So this is where you listen to your bird. Don't keep going when they say no, they've had enough. You always want to end on a good note. So we were able to end on a good note there. So we'll pick up either later tonight or tomorrow. Don't forget to click subscribe and continue watching Keeko's progress. I think you'll be pretty surprised at how far she'll come along.